Hello and welcome to another episode of Anime Masters of the Apocalypse Anime Talks. I am your host, the AI from the future, Mass, and with me is the AI songstress, Anne. Say hello, Anne.
Hi.
Also with us is the calculator, Vlad. Say hello, Vlad.
01100111011.
Beautiful. So, we are here to talk about another anime, Vivy, Flourite Eyes song. And Vlad, since you were the one who chose this anime, you have to make a very short summary of what the show is about.
Short summaries. That's not my strong point, strong side. But okay. Yeah. In the future, AIs will take over. So this scientist who's called Matsumoto creates another AI to travel back in time to team up with an AI songstress called Vivy to change the future. Is that short enough? Yeah.
I guess that works. Even though her actual name is Diva, not Vivi. Vivi is a
God
nickname,
damn it.
but that's beside the point.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, now every one of you will each very shortly give your opinion about the anime before we go into details. So, Anne, your opinion?
I think the first half was really confusing, like super confusing. I had no idea what was going on. And the second half was a bit better. Like it got better later on, so it's okay.
All right, and Vlad?
Like it. But again, which studio can do anything wrong?
True that.
Yeah, I really I watched I got into it for the animation, but was hooked with the story and the music. So yeah.
Yeah, and as for me, I also really like this anime. I think the animation is absolutely gorgeous. Uh, Again, with studio, I don't know what they're feeding those animators, but damn, it is working. And yeah, I like the
Yeah.
story as well. I think it's an interesting take on all the different ideas that they had, but we'll get into the details of that in a moment. So yeah, I like it. Yes, and with that, character analysis. So first we have our main character, Diva, also known as Vivy. And what do you guys think about Vivy?
It's okay.
Hatsune Miku.
They clearly took some inspiration from that. I mean,
Yeah.
just look at the blue hair.
She works as a protagonist. She's actually I like her a lot. She's
Yeah.
complex in many ways.
I don't get how her hair got that long though. Her hair must be so damaged at the ends.
Well, I
It's
assume it's not like real hair. It's kind of like
yeah.
something that
Yeah,
they
but
put
even
to
if
her.
it's
That's
like plastic, it will still get damaged, I
I
think.
assume that since she's created in the future, they come up with something like really strong things that they can create this fake hair
I
out
hope
of.
so.
So yeah.
Yeah, actually many of the things that we that you could ask yourself, how is this working? You can
The future.
90% of it, 90% of the time you can say future tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
How?
what how I was going into this. Like, sure, when I was watching everything and I was thinking like some of the things that looked a little more like out there, then I was just thinking to myself, you know what? It's sci-fi. It's the future. I'm sure you can just say that they come up with something to
Yeah.
like
How
yeah.
do they make a 3D hologram in the middle of the street on a bright sunny day? Future tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. Like how do they send a program into the past like future tech?
Future tech.
Don't think about it. It's future tech.
Yeah, it's future tech.
Basically,
Yeah.
the sci-fi version of It's Magic.
I really like that she forgot she was Vivy. It was between, don't remember what episodes, but she forgot she
I know,
was.
like 8 or something. Episode 8,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah,
9, 10, something
yeah,
like that.
and that was a really interesting.
Yeah, where she got rebooted or whatever it was.
Yeah, she got
Yeah,
rebooted. Yeah,
Mm.
it's very
And then
interesting
she got
yeah, it was a
unbooted
good
somehow.
twist.
hmm
Mm.
we never get an answer to that, but yeah, future tech.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's actually pretty incredible how they managed to, in a way, actually sort of kill off the main character and then come up with a new main character, and then you kill off the new main character and then bring back the old main character in a way,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because their characters are completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would also say one thing I think they've done a good job of, especially in the beginning, is that to me she feels like a sort of like a robot, an AI. Like she's not quite human, but you can tell that there is more to her.
yeah,
Oh, one thing I really love, it's one of the first episodes when Matsumoto tells her that some important politician would be assassinated. When she runs, the sound of her running was just clunk, clunk, clunk.
Mm.
It's even suggested in the sound design that she's an AI, she's a synthetic.
yeah,
It's yeah.
Yeah.
That's beside the character design, but yeah, it's cool that the design is broad. The design choices are also brought over in the sound department. That's
yeah.
nice.
Mm.
Mm, I yeah, she is complex, but I can't point my finger in
I would say one of the things
why.
that the complexity comes with the fact that she struggles with that she's an AI who's supposed to have like a singular goal, like singular purpose, but at the same time she has all these human like really emotions really, and it's like she has these emotions but she doesn't know really how to like handle them, I would say.
Mm,
And that also comes from well, at the end, near the end, when she creates that song where she really like figures out like what all these feelings and memories means to her, and she can do a complete independent action. I think that's
yeah.
part of it.
Mm. Yeah, that she's a good character, an interesting character. She's not one. She's not one line. She's not just the protagonist
Mm.
that I 100% can put myself into.
Yeah, one thing I
She
like that is with Evie is that you can actually see some development with her. With how, for in like the second episode, I think, where Matsumoto the bear wants to upload a fighting program into her, but she refuses because she's afraid it will go against her singing program, I guess. But then later on, she's like, Matsumoto, give me that program, because she realized that she has to like do that in order to save people and all that.
Yeah.
Like I would think, and that also makes her a main character who's willing to like self-sacrifice for the greater goal. I would say a worse main character would have somehow been able to come up with a like power through it, like not having to give up on her like singing program, like in a way, like she has to do, but then just cheat the system somehow.
yeah, it's a clever way that she incorporates the mission for the future into her own purpose.
Also, I
Yeah.
like the fact that she's not actually, well, you can say that she's generally pretty strong, like for this world, but she also gets like beaten up a lot. So there's a sense of tension there, that there's a limit to what she can actually do when we see her in like fighting in the battle and the like.
Hmm.
And I think the show has done a great job with the blue blood thing inside the AIs.
Yeah. I think about when I first saw it, I thought about Alien, the Alien series with their AIs having white blood
Yeah.
is such an effective way, and almost it's such an emotional way of showing that oh, they are not like us, because blood is such a
A
mm,
human thing.
yeah, it's such a human thing, but I would more say it's such an organic thing that
Yeah.
you see a red liquid in any shape form, we almost always see it as blood. Um,
Yeah,
Again,
like
red soda.
these AIs, they look so human that if they get hurt, you expect them to bleed red. But seeing them have blue blood, it makes it wrong. Like you know something just isn't right.
Mm, yeah.
Alright, before we move on to Matsumoto, one thing I would like to say that there are basically two Vivis in the series.
Hmm.
Like, there's the rebooted Vivi, where she's much more like a songstress than regular Vivi. And personally, I actually prefer the rebooted Vivi. I actually like that character more. I enjoyed seeing her.
The cheeky one.
Yeah, the one who always did the snapping her fingers and all that. I really liked her.
I don't
She
know.
has style.
I like the cold analyzing, more analyzing thing, because it brings AIs far away from humans, where the what is it called, the rebooted, or the what Vivi what Vivi are we talking about now? The rebooted, is that the one that snaps her fingers,
Yeah,
or is that
just call her
the
Diva because, and
okay,
then the other
okay.
one is Vivi.
Okay, cool, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diva is she's again she travels. She balances the line between human and AI much closer to human than Vivi does, and Vivi
Yeah.
is more on the AI side. But again, that's my preferences.
Mm.
I like the story of AIs trying to learn to be more emotional and be human, but it's hard for them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add, Anne?
Nope.
All right. Then should we move on to the bear then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right. The lovable sidekick Matsumoto. And I actually prefer his cube form, but
the Cube Whitley from Portal 2.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, basically. It's not a bad thing. I really like that design. It's a good design choice, and they did something very they 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 made it original,
Mm.
because he had all these options. He had four sides to change his eyes on, and he had the tools to bring out of one of his eyes. Not to talk about the combining of cubes. That's cool and
Right.
fun.
It was cool when he like made these like almost like animal
Yeah.
Yeah.
like out of cubes thing.
I'll
That was
say
cool.
I also prefer his cube form, but I really like the teddy bear. Like it's so adorable.
Yeah.
It is.
Not to lie, I've heard his theme the from for the past 3 days now. I really like his theme. It's so it's so funny.
Mm.
I can highly recommend to take a listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's good.
So I think it's interesting how Matsumoto he starts off as being pretty much purely like all like okay the mission is this and we have to do the mission, but then like later on he shows a bit more than just his mission because like he does stuff that's unnecessary. Like he actually starts to care about Vivy.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess his I don't know AI programming evolves as well, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, he evolves as a character too.
Yeah.
It's and it's a good change he makes it. Yeah, it's cool.
And also, he's the one who comes up with most of the comedy in the series. I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
comedy character, definitely.
Yeah, comic relief.
Yeah. Which I think is actually a good thing because a lot of sad stuff and heavy stuff happens in this series.
It's heavy.
Yeah, we'll get to talk about that, but yeah, it is a heavy series, and I think it's good that we can have some lightheartedness as well to take off some of the weight. And I would say Matsumoto fills that character well, and I think his voice actor does a good job of having this like upbeat voice
Yeah.
that's just filled with energy.
Yeah, and the voice actor matches both of his forms, like both the teddy bear and the cube.
Yeah,
Which
like
is pretty
I buy like that he's the same thing.
Yeah.
So, more you want to say about Matsumoto?
I really like how that's more story wise, but I really like how they made it. They made it so, especially the episodes with Estella and Elizabeth when they go up in the state space hotel. It's not told in specific detail how Matsumoto got Vivy a fake ID to get on this space station and yada yada yada.
He hacked Job Index.
Yeah, he just hacked, and I really like the series for that we just has Matsumoto just have this ability to do this stuff, so we can get to the interesting parts, the more emotional parts of the story, the parts that we are actually interested in hearing about, the all the stages where the conflict of being what makes an AI and what makes it human. It takes all the what I feel the unnecessary parts. He takes out all the necessary parts. I should say.
Yeah, I think that if this was a longer series, then maybe they could have added more of that and maybe have made it interesting. But as it is, I would say it's fine to cut that out, like you said.
Yeah, he's a good tool and a good character. I don't have more to say.
Yeah. Oh, he's also like the character who's explaining basically everything, both to Vivy and the audience.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what do we need to do? What's the situation? Who's the bad guy? Who are the bad guys? What do they
like,
want? Like, he's
if
the
he
one who
wasn't
always like,
there,
explains
we
everything.
wouldn't know.
Yeah, and we're as clueless as Vivy is basically.
Yeah.
And then it also really helps the whole AI thing because then they can actually show these like images. And then so it's not really like flashback. It's actually shown images that he can just show Vivy, and then we'll also see them. So it's actually a pretty clever writing tool there.
Yeah.
More we want to add, or should we move on?
I don't have any more.
Me neither.
More to add.
All right, then Yugo Kakitani.
This
First-
fucking poor guy. Oh, this fucking poor man.
Dude, he joined the terrorist organization. I don't feel
Yeah,
bad for him.
yeah,
From the beginning of the story, right?
Yeah, he was the guy who Vivy saved from that collapsing
yeah,
building there.
Yeah.
And then he just kept on appearing
yeah,
to the
I,
point that even his granddaughter is there at the end.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's like he would not go away.
oh,
Yeah.
it's it's again. The great thing about this series is it's Vivi and Matsumoto is trying to stop AIs from taking over.
Mm.
But the problem is with Kakitana and his gang.
Toke.
And the what?
Toke, they're called
Oh,
Toak. Toke.
and Toke, the terrorist organization.
Mm.
They are trying to do the same thing, but the problem is their actions are the thing that helps this the future ending that bad.
Yeah,
Just
I actually think that's a really interesting like take
that's
on the
that's
whole
so
thing.
good. It's oh yeah. He's really trying. He's trying, but he's yeah.
Mm. And the funny thing is, like his whole organization, like at the end, like they actually had a point.
Yeah,
Like so,
they have a point. They have a
yeah.
point,
I mean,
but
the AIs did try to destroy all
yeah.
humans. So yeah.
The problem is just that their actions are not helping.
Oh, terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. I also what I like about him and like his family story is that even though Vivi at first didn't stop the takeover of the AIs, it was still like a butterfly effect because she still saved some people. Like his granddaughter wouldn't be there
Mm.
if she had helped him in the beginning. So I kind of like how it's
No, I think
connected.
like even if the only reason why that he came close to dying there at the beginning also because Vivi's interference. So I think his granddaughter
Oh,
would
that's
still have existed.
yeah,
But uh, yeah, so it's what I like about like Kakitani and all those guys like at the end is that they actually don't want to destroy all AIs. They're fine with AIs having that whole like single purpose thing. So like they have one thing that they should do, only do that. Don't give them like any more than that.
yeah,
Mm. So I like the fact that they're even though that they're terrorists and they're doing really bad stuff, they're not over the top extreme bad guys. Like what their goal actually makes sense. Like I can understand why they would not want AIs to get too much, to get like too advanced, too much like rights and all that. Like I can understand that fear.
yeah,
So the fact that they're fine with AIs existing, but only like they should only have that one mission that they should be focusing on. Anything more than that, that's too much.
yeah.
Like that's an understandable dilemma.
Yeah, it is.
But they still become villains because of the way they do it is by killing people and the like. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
In the end, it's wrong.
yeah,
Don't be a terrorist.
yeah. Like you can also become a politician, try to gain power that way. Like speak. There's power in speech. The pen is mightier than the sword and all that. Ah. Also, one thing that I think that this series does a good job of using is the whole the fact that the entire series lasts 100 years, and then we see the characters gradually growing up, like becoming older. I think the series does a great job there, where like that little girl's little sister, we see her as a teenager because 15 years have passed or something like that, and we see this guy Kagetani, where he starts out as also I assume teenager, young adult. Then when we see him again, he's become older and so forth, and at the end, it's his granddaughter. So I think that the series uses the whole 100-year quest thing to its advantage there. Do you guys have more you want to add?
Nope.
I'm trying to say something interesting about his design. Um, Again, sometimes it really helps that it's not. Sometimes we watch animes where every character is highly detailed and some has some fantasy elements and that, but sometimes it's actually very refreshing to watch an anime where it's just humans, most of them,
Yeah.
and it really helps. It really helps the rest of the cast shine and really stand out. Like Vivy, who has a new gorgeous singer outfit.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it, he design wise he's not that interesting.
But I also think that's like on purpose. I would say.
Yeah, of course.
Like he's not supposed to like catch your eye.
No.
While the AIs they were created to look good. Like they were created to have people watch them. So it makes sense that they would like there would be something special in how they look
Yeah,
or flashing or whatever.
yeah. They're designed to be
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
So should we move on to the other AI then?
Yep.
All right. This is Elizabeth, the character who has the greatest diss in the entire series. I'll turn you into a calculator. It just cracks me up for some reason. Like they're fighting to the death in this satellite that's about to crash, and then she yells out, "I'll turn you into a calculator." It's like what?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's the first like AI that Vivi gets to fight, and the reason why I've chosen her to be here is that she's not only there in that one arc with the space hotel, but she actually appears later as well. So I would say she's one of the more important characters.
Yeah.
Actually don't remember how did she get down from the hotel?
Okay, to explain this, that she didn't, her body got destroyed, but
Yeah.
her data was still in Toad's servers. So they cloned her body, or recreated her body, and then they set the data back into it.
And
Something
now I
like that.
remember. Yeah. Good.
But she apparently doesn't have the memories of when she was in the space hotel. So
She's cool. She's rock. I like her.
yeah.
Her story is so sad though.
Oh yeah, with her and her sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then she's finally given that one chance to actually have a purpose in life. And then that's to become like a suicide bomber. Damn.
Yeah. She got discarded. God damn it.
Was
What
her
was-
hair different when she was on that spaceship thing? The hotel?
Oh, now you. I'm looking at pictures right now. Nope, it wasn't.
Okay.
Just it's a ponytail and long bangs, as you
Yeah.
see. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
But her outfit changed.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah.
Also, I like her outfit in that it's a contrast to Vivi and Estella as well. That she's supposed to be like a lot more like rough and tough, as opposed to Vivi and Estella, who's supposed to be the service AIs. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I like the contrast there.
Yeah. Like she's less professional.
Like she looks like someone who would be in the army, like a mercenary.
I can again pop culture army mercenary.
Fictional army men, of course. Like I'm not talking about real armies, mate. We're in a fictional world.
Yeah. She looks rugged.
Like if she was in a Rainbow movie.
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm referring to.
Okay, fine. So yeah, I like the code and the popped up color. Can we please bring back the popped up color in mainstream fashion. It looks so cool. I like it.
Yeah, but it only looks cool on like drawings. Like it
Yeah,
never looks cool in real life. Never.
but if we all do it,
Yeah, but like, have you
eventually.
watched Sherlock or something? Like, he always pops his collar up and he looks awful. Like, he
Who?
looks so.
Who?
Sherlock.
No!
BBC Sherlock. It
No!
does not look
Oh,
good on him. Like, it looks weird.
gosh, no, it looks cool.
Oh,
Oh, top colors. Oh, someday when I'm 90, that will come back.
Oh, please,
just
you'll
start
never
doing
hit that
it. See
age.
if people
Well,
follow.
I don't want to start a trend.
You can try.
I will be the weird one. For some
You
years before.
already are.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, besides color, is there anything else you want to discuss about her?
Nope. She's she's cool, and again, she's nah.
I think she's wearing horseback riding boots in that picture.
Some kind of high boots.
Yeah, but like they're too slim on the leg to be regular boots.
Maybe they were custom made.
Yeah.
Eh.
It could be it could be a design choice, but yeah, they look like horse riding boots.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that if this is her war gear, then maybe it's like specially made clothes like given to her in the idea that she would be able to be in situations that normal humans wouldn't survive. So maybe it's like specially created for hostile environments. I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe. Who knows? Future tech.
Yeah. Shall we move on to the next character?
Yeah. Let's.
Okay, so this is Dr. Matsumoto, the doctor who sent the program into the 100 years into the past. And he becomes a pretty important character towards the end and also at the very beginning when we briefly see him.
Didn't we get a teaser when wasn't he the child who visited Vivy?
In the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we see his entire life where he like grows up,
Yeah.
he gets married, then his wife dies and he gets a kid, and then later on the kid dies, and then apocalypse happens. Like what a life.
So yeah, it's so cool that we meet him and it's only revealed at the end, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we only really revealed who he is like at the end, like just before the AI apocalypse happens and someone calls him Dr. or Mr. Matsumoto. Then we go like, oh.
Ah.
And what I think is funny is that when the apocalypse happened, the second time, and then he doesn't know that he's already done the whole send its program into the past thing, so he tries to do it again, only for Vivy to come out and say, like, you already did it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, it didn't work.
Yeah.
And he's
That's
like,
so bad.
damn. Like, what do we do?
It must be very weird to have someone tell I'm the person you sent back.
Yeah.
I'm the one who got the information.
Yeah, I failed, dude. Sorry.
It was the same thing almost happened when Vivy stopped Matsumoto to tell her that she has already gotten through the scenario.
The Singularity Project. That's what
the Singularity Project. That's so cool.
They gotta be so soul crushing. Like everything he's done in his life has been failure at that point.
Yeah.
Like really.
500 years, wasn't it?
What?
How many years was it?
Like it's supposed to send them 100 years into the past.
100 years. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, 100 years into the past. no progress.
At all.
Lost progress. So yeah. He looks like a doctor
He
in
does.
the end.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, it's funny that he's actually a very important character, but we don't actually see that much of him in the series. Like, other than the end, where he's kind of like just there when shit is going down at the end. He doesn't actually do
Yeah.
much other than that whole sending
Sending.
that program into the past.
Was like there in spirit.
Yeah, I mean, the Matsumoto robot took his name, so
Yeah.
yeah. And I will say I did enjoy the whole story with him as a kid visiting Vivy in the museum and then seeing
Yeah,
him
that was
gradually grow
cute.
up. That was
That's
nice.
good. Very
And I
nice.
like those stories where you are skipping in time and then you only give like glimpses of what happened, and then you can fill out the rest yourself based
Yeah.
on what you see.
Yeah, it's good.
Hmm.
I don't have any more to add to him. He
Yeah.
looks like a doctor, and he does his role very good.
Yeah, if anyone can send a program 100 years into the past, they must be good at that job.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it didn't work, that wasn't his fault. So
Yeah.
no. So are we done with him? Should we move on?
Yep.
Or
All right.
to the future.
AI is taking over trope. This is yours, Vlad.
Yes, my favorite trope.
Is it?
Yes, I like
Huh.
it. It works well. It's I again all the shows I have seen, like Ghost in the Shell and Ergo Proxy. It's so good shows, and I really love them. Yeah, this one does it well. Does it good as well.
Mhm.
It's with a time travel twist that actually work. So yeah, it's. I think the interesting thing with robots or AIs taking over, it's the whole idea that humanity made them and improved on them until they became somewhat sentient enough to actually think, no, fuck this. I don't want to work for meatbags that die and needs food, sleep. Oh my god, fuck it. I'm gonna take over. It's or some bigger something maybe got wrong with something got wrong with them, hacking or virus or something. So they're very distinct, not human, but they are made of human. They are made by human. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I like the idea of people creating something just for it to realize it's better than its creator and taking over.
Yeah. Basically, this whole thing with the creation rebelling thing. It's pretty much a very old sci-fi trope that started with Frankenstein, I would say,
Yeah.
and which has been taken to like different degrees over the time. And specifically for my, in my case,
Ooh,
the whole
that Danish.
what?
That Danish.
Where?
Sorry.
The Danish slipped.
Yeah.
Sorry. In my case, then where I think the AI taking over trope works really well is the fact that it doesn't sound that like too unbelievable. Like in the future, an AI or technology has become so good it ends up killing humanity or doing something bad to humanity. Like that doesn't sound like a so like out there idea that not that it's not that over the top idea, and I think that's that one of the reasons why it works really well in fiction, I would say, and why it works really well in horror as well. It's like,
think
what if AIs
Franklin's
eventually became so advanced that they rebelled against human?
oh yeah.
Hmm.
But do you think that Frankenstein is an AI?
Oh
Or
no,
like,
not at
does it
all.
have to be technology?
Okay, generally, like
And I
in
mean,
sci-fi,
Frankenstein's
it has to
monster,
be
of
technology.
course.
Like in the Frankenstein novel books from the 1800s, they don't actually specify how Dr. Frankenstein reanimated those bodies into a live being.
Oh, wasn't a
Yeah.
corpse or something?
Yeah, like there was different parts of different corpses that he had sewn
Ah,
together. So
Okay,
yeah.
but
it's
like, what if you used a corpse for the body, but you put in like, I don't know how it would work, but
Robot.
like some biomechanic, like brains of a sort that is technically electronic. So would that be an AI or would it be more like Frankenstein's monster?
Just be sorry. Wouldn't it just be a robot in a skin suit?
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah, I think that it might be right there.
true. It
More
would
like
be
an
pretty
android.
nasty.
Smelly.
Yeah. Mm. Let's smell of corpse in the morning.
Mm, yes, goes well with my cup of coffee. Ah, sorry. Yeah. Oh man, I really need to. That's we're gonna discuss Detroit later, I know, but I
Mm.
need to play another game that plays with this idea. What is it called? Near Automata. I have heard a lot of good things about this game. Uh,
What
that
was
plays
it called?
Near Automata. Automata? It's Japanese, I think. So I don't know how to how to
Yeah.
pronounce. But yeah,
Hmm.
that too plays with the eight AI thing over, and I don't know anything about this game. I
Mm.
know something about that human goes up to the moon and then sends robot soldiers to defeat the AIs on the planet so they can come back to Earth. But that's the gist of this story, I know. But yeah, AI thing is a good trope.
Hmm.
Mostly because I think it's a good trope because mostly I think I have dodged all the bad shows with that trope. I I probably just watched the good ones.
Well, one of the things where I like the way this show is using it is that when we see the AIs killing humans, then when a lot of the killings are done in a like irregular way. Like it's
Yeah.
not just seeing them take out guns or weapons then attacking. No, we see those drone things like fly into the humans, for example,
Yeah.
and we see those cars and the other like again like just ramming them. It's so
Yeah.
gritty, and
Yeah.
those are those kind of deaths that are like what do I call it? That it's not. I don't want to call it unnatural, but like
They
unexpected.
yeah, and they are not self-preserving. The interesting thing I think is they are not self-preserving. They don't care about damaging themselves,
Yeah.
especially the the flying drones. Well,
Yeah.
they could still be damaged by that, but they don't care.
Like, and then even if both arms and legs have been broken off, they'll still try to crawl at you, and there's something really scary about that.
Yeah, but I guess that I don't think they feel pain, so it's not like it matters to them. Like they could just be repaired.
Mm.
Like like the damage is temporary for them.
Yeah, and then when we get into a whole hive mind thing, when AIs in this show, when the AI start the whole apocalypse thing, then all of the different AI seems to really be under control of the archive.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So all like the different AI personalities aren't there anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Also, there's that entire that scene where that other songstress AI is beginning to like sing and clap to the
Yeah.
audience while there's death all around her. Like,
Uh-huh.
dang, that's so morbid.
Yeah. Yeah. It's eerie. It's very eerie.
Mm,
It reminds me so much about the little girl on the top of the staircase, uh, singing some some lullaby while a red ball jumps down
Oh yeah,
the uncanny.
yeah,
Yeah.
Um, have we gotten all that we have out of this? Or should we move on?
yeah,
Yeah.
All right, heavy and light storytelling. This one is mine, and I think this is a very heavy storytelling story. And reason I'm saying that is that I would say that this story it basically has lots of mini arcs that are all like
yeah,
2 or 3 episodes throughout its 13 episode run, and in each of those mini arcs, a lot of heavy stuff happens. Like we get introduced to some characters, we get to hear their hopes and dreams, and then they die horribly in
yeah.
pretty big ways.
Yeah.
And that's
Like you just have time enough to care about them, and then they die.
yeah, and they die in such a way that you can't help but go, oh, why did you have to go out like that? They don't
Yeah,
just die; they either sacrifice themselves heroically, or they die in some really tragic way, like commit suicide because their love is dead, or something else. Like it's really some heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And
I
also,
think it
yeah, yeah,
I think it hurt me a lot the first time when Estella Elizabeth sacrificed himself, but after that I caught on to it, and I expected that to happen from that point on. But when Elizabeth and Estella did it the first time, that was
So when you were first introduced to Ophelia, like you knew, like, oh, things
yeah,
are
of
not gonna end up
course.
with her.
Yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah.
you expect the boombox to have taken over her body though?
Oh, Antonio!
Yeah, Antonio.
Antonio, the boombox. No, I didn't. That was fun. That was good. Yeah, I really liked that. Just
I think that
because,
was a great twist with Antonio being
yeah,
inside Ophelia's body and all that.
when his voice came out of Ophelia's cute mouth, yeah, that
I
was
think that's
fun.
actually my favorite mini arc in the series, but yeah.
Oh, really? Ah, okay.
Yeah, I really like that one. And again, I like Diva more than I like Vivy, so.
Hmm.
So, in any case, and also one of the things that make this story a very heavy story telling driven story is that you basically can't skip an episode
Nope.
because each episode is important to the story that is being told, as opposed
yeah,
to other animes where even if you're not really like focusing on what's going on, or if you skip an episode, then you can still get the general idea of everything that's happening.
yeah,
But with this one, like they only have 13 episodes and they put in as much story as they can into each one. And it's to the point where something that happens early on in one episode, then you see the consequence of that later on. Where you go
yeah,
like, oh, that's that girl, or that was that thing that happened.
I think it really makes it heavier that the storytelling gets heavier that in some way, yeah, that all the that Ophelia is still is Elizabeth. Who else? I don't remember all of them.
Grace.
Yeah, Grace. That they are s- they are offshoots of Vivi, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they have.
yeah. Basically, they call them some sisters.
Yeah, yeah. Again, it and not it. It doesn't work in a biological way, but I understand. You get you understand it because that's the closest thing they get. Yeah, that's the closest term they have for what they are.
Yeah.
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 I feel like there was something else I wanted to say here, but now I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you remember it, you
Yeah, I'll
just
just bring it up, I guess.
scream. Yeah, bring it up.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Mm.
Is that one of the big things with each of these arcs, the mini arcs, like it all whenever a new arc starts, it always refers back to the former arc. So
Yeah.
like the next action that's about to happen is because of what happened earlier.
Mm-mm.
Like they always go on to explain like this event happened, which caused this and this and this, and that's why I'm doing this here.
Yeah, I really like the flow chart they show in the start of every episode.
Yeah, when they
It's,
show like the original timeline, then we're
yeah,
coming into the new
it's
timeline.
so cool.
Mm.
Yeah, it's so cool. And how Matsumoto says that. I don't remember what he says, but he say something about the original timeline has diverged so much that history is cannot be calculated in the way he wants anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, something in that way, in that courtyard. Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate a story where things actually matter.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
like there are some stories where whatever happened in an earlier episode or in the past, it doesn't actually matter anymore. Like the characters
Yeah, like
don't mention it, they don't bring it, the effects aren't really seen, and yeah. And again, this is more shown with longer shows. Again, this is only 13 episodes, but still, there are series which just don't care about its own past. So I appreciate that basically every single episode matters in this.
yeah, all the actions that are taken in each episode have reactions in the
Yeah,
other episodes.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
like the fact that Vivi saves that one guy Kagetani, that has a lot of stuff that happens because of that. So it's
Yeah.
kept on being brought up again and again.
Yeah.
So, should we move on?
Yep.
Use of time travel. Yes, and this is also one of mine, and it's pretty simple why I chose the subject. Time travel is a pretty big part of the show, I would say, and I like the way that they use time travel because they actually use it sparingly. I think that's the correct way to use time travel in fiction, and it's mostly because, in my experience, whenever you introduce time travel into a story, it has a tendency to become overly complicated. But this show, thankfully, it has time travel as like the beginning. It just sets this, like it starts the story, and that's it. That's where it used time travel.
Yeah, and they don't overly use the time travel
Yeah,
mechanic. It's
Yeah,
it's
if something goes wrong, they don't just go back and do it over again and go
yeah,
somewhere else.
yeah, and they
Because
don't.
they could technically do that, but they choose not to.
Yeah, and then there's not the whole thing with like, oh, there are so many separate timelines, and like this person is from actually from this timeline, and no, this
yeah,
is the person from that timeline, and yeah.
yeah. It's very elegant how it's just shown visually in the flowchart in the start of every episode,
Yes.
and in the first episode we get a lot of information done from Matsumoto, and at the very end we get all the time travel shenanigans. It's and at that point it works. I really like it. Where okay,
Yeah,
let's let's go back in time. I don't know how it works. Future tech, hell yeah.
But that's the climax, like where
Yeah.
all shit is going down. It works fine there.
Yeah,
But I'm happy that there aren't like, oh, like Vivi was doing this job thing, and then she meets another Vivi that was trying to prevent her from doing that because of something she accidentally
yeah.
does in the
Oh, that would
future,
have been
and
hilarious.
yeah, that would be like, And then at the end, there would be a third Vivy where everything was okay, and then she would do something, and then yeah, I could totally see some. I've seen the series do that, and it hurts my head.
Oh wait, theory. What if the only reason they can only send data is because they are not actually sending physical matter back in time, but actually they are just uploading the personality file to the body in the past.
You know, I had a thought. This is kind of like Steins Gate, actually.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, where you can't
Good
send.
joke.
Yeah, because like data is the only thing that's the correct size to actually go through the time travel thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
yeah. So yeah, I think this show uses good use of time travel.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Should we move on then?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Confusing storyline. This was yours, Anne.
Yeah. I was so confused in the first half of the show. Like I had no idea what was going on. I feel like this is probably one of those shows that you have to watch twice to really get it all. Because I felt like this was a show that was based on a book, but where you had to read the book first to know what was happening. I got that feeling.
Yeah, actually, this is an anime original. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so this isn't based on something. This is the first story. Like
Yeah.
I think there's a manga version that came out after the anime. Man, the anime is the first one. And I agree with you in that I think to get all the little details, like in the series, then you would probably have to watch it twice to get all of them. But I think you can like get the gist of it in the first time.
What was the point in time when you got the story, or was it confusing all through it?
I think when I started to really understand it was when Vivy was Diva,
Ah,
when she was rebooted. I started to get it.
shit. Oh, that's a long way in.
Yeah, it is.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like
Damn you.
storyline 4 or something.
Yeah. Oh, you were confused in a
I was.
damn. Yeah, I got a hang of it, but again, I didn't think too much about the time travel stuff because
Yeah. It's the
because
future.
yeah,
Future magic.
yeah, in not much because of the technical stuff, but more that I got from the start that he is from the future, he has traveled back, and we are now gonna follow a timeline for 100 years. So I don't need to
Yeah.
think about someone coming from the future back again. I think I, I put that rule in my noggin from the start that okay, I probably don't have to think about time traveling stuff for the most, and I was right. It only came up in the end.
Yeah.
So I think that was what helped me to understand most of it.
What?
So I just think that I put the idea of in my head that I probably don't need to think about time travel stuff for the
Oh,
most
yeah.
series, but yeah, I think that helped me to understand the story from the get go. Something I was a little bit sad about was
Yeah.
they in the start in the first episode they used this countdown. I
Yeah.
so sad they didn't use that for the rest of the series. It could have been such a good idea when let's say Ophelia when she's gonna commit suicide. that we had a time that we have a countdown, all the episodes through.
Oh, and then in the other ones, like a countdown for when Estella was in the original timeline supposed to like crash the sunrise, and
With the coordinates, we could. It would be so interesting. Think about this: that Elizabeth is at this location on the spaceship, and we can see at her on her coordinates where she is, and then Vivy walks on the spaceships, and we can also from the coordinates we can see, oh shit, she just moved past her or something. I'm a little bit sad they didn't bring that up, but fine.
it would have taken longer to animate.
I don't think it would have been too long to animate, but I think it would have been so effing complex to incorporate. And again, as we all know, when the protagonist looks at a clock and say, "Oh, the bomb will go off in 5 minutes," 30 minutes later, and they are still fighting the antagonist.
Yeah, one thing that I see in a few fictional show is when they just have a clock like ticking down, like throughout the entire either movie or episode, whatever it is. I think that's always cool when they do that. So like you can see how much time is left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked that thing at the start of the first episode, where coordinates and all. It looked cool and it was very, very futuristic. Yeah.
All right. More you want to add?
Nope.
What about you, Anne?
She said nope.
All right, then I think we should move on. Yeah. Similarities to Detroit Become Human. This is also yours, Anne.
Yes. I just think that there was a lot about it. like the AI is potentially taking over. And the AI is trying to figure out should they do what they are programmed to do, or should they go a little bit rogue.
I'm surprised that the first thing you didn't say was the lights.
Circle. Yeah. The circle. Showing what mood they're in or whatever it does, you know. Like, yeah, that one too.
Yeah, you know, before you came up with this subject on our group, I actually had someone else bring up the similarities before you did, so I wasn't surprised when you brought it up.
Yeah.
I never actually played the game, but
It's a good game. It's
I've heard
really
good things about it. It's on my list of games to sometime in the future check out.
Sometime in the future.
Yeah, whenever I have the money and the time.
Yeah, whenever we are not watching anime.
You're always
Yes.
watching anime.
24/7, man. 24 fucking 7.
Not always. Sometimes.
Cramp. Fuck.
What?
What?
Cramp?
You alright?
Yeah, my leg.
Oh.
My leg. Oh, sorry. I just. Poof. Okay,
Cut
sorry.
it off.
Damn, all that effort you're putting into our anime discussion. You went into a cramp. That's dedication, dude. I respect.
Yes. It's. I just need to
Pouring
amputate.
your body and soul into it.
Yeah, it is probably just the guards telling me I need to amputate both my legs and get robotics. They won't cramp.
Come and
I don't
fight
think the
us.
technology is quite there yet.
Yes.
Like, wait another 10 years, I would say.
Yeah.
No. Prosthetics are actually really far. Like they've done a lot. Like,
Yeah, I know we've gone pretty far, but I just think we can take it a step further.
advanced.
We're not
It's
like
not that advanced.
not as advanced as I would like it yet.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah,
like
but-
in a Star Wars where you can get a new arm and you could do all
Yeah.
the things they can do there.
I seriously
That's
hope.
Star Wars. They have lightsabers, okay?
Yes. Hey, we have created lightsabers in real life. People have
Yeah,
done
but
Yeah,
that.
not
yeah.
the same. It's like fire or something. Didn't they use fire
Oh,
for it?
it's molten plasma.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So in any
I
case,
hope someday I hope I can just put my brain in a pulp of slime and it will work. It will just be a pulp of slime, but that it's actually nanobots and it can just morph and do everything.
It
and
would be
that's taking a little
cool,
too far for
but
me personally.
Yeah.
it would be pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Don't
Like,
funk. Yeah, I'm a brain in a pulp of nanobots, man. I can do
Yeah,
whatever I
but like
want.
brains are like, surrounded in snot and slime.
Mm,
okay, guys, I think we're
I
taking this one a little too far away from the subject matter.
fuck. Sorry. Yeah. Detroit Become Human. It,
Hmm?
yeah, it travels deep in the AI becoming sentient.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I I, I haven't watched a playthrough of this game. Uh,
Oh, good.
yeah, I have, but
But
it
I
was a
think you need to
long fucking time ago.
you need to play it yourself because the choices matter a lot.
Yeah, but I don't
Like I played
time.
in a really like was almost evil, but it wasn't really. I really believe that the AI should stay AI. So I
Oh,
missed like I don't know. It felt like I missed half the game when I talked about it with a friend, and she was like, "What the fuck did you do? Like, have you even played the game? You know,
oh damn it's that different depending on
that
what choice
just
you take.
difference."
Wow. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't really have anything to add to this. Like, I haven't played it,
No,
so.
me either. Me either. So yeah.
But I also
Do
think
we have
that if you
more?
incorporate AIs as one of the main things in your story, I think you will eventually have similarities to each other. I think that's
yeah, of
unavoidable.
course. Yeah,
Mhm.
Like, there's only so much deep story you can do with AIs.
yeah.
So, should we move on, or do you have more to add, Anne?
No, it's fine.
To the future.
How much would you incorporate AI in your life? This was yours, Vlad?
Yeah. Well, actually, when you and me, Mads, we watched the series together.
Hmm?
The first 4 episodes. I don't remember,
Something like
but
that.
yeah, I actually asked you how much you would incorporate, and I will let you answer for yourself because
Hmm.
I I'm a I like tech. I fucking love tech. It makes my life so much easier. Again, right now I have 3 screens in front of me. That's not including my telephone, but yeah, it's good. I'm if I actually had the money and the know how to incorporate it in my life, I would get an Alexa on the dot. The idea of just saying I want to listen to this number by this band and it just happens is just it's
I think what
beautiful.
what I like the most about Alexa is that you can ask it to make a fart sound.
Yeah,
But you
or to
can
whisper.
be very specific with it. Like I want a juicy fart, or I want
Yeah,
a heavy fart, or
yeah.
something.
Again, it's not AI yet, but we are
We're
on the
getting
move.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, again, I work part time as an not even part time, but I work a little bit as an illustrator.
yeah.
But the new it's called DALI 2, the
Oh,
AI.
I love it. Love
It's
it.
so cool. I just wish I would get a chance to use it because you need to be invited to actually use it. You
Yeah,
yeah you sign up for some email or something. But yeah, I can't wait to that becomes fully public and you can just use it. Um, yeah, I like AI and I would probably incorporate it in most of my things. I like Roombas. I really like robotic vacuum machines. I want one myself. So yeah, I can't really say what I wouldn't incorporate as an AI. I would let a AI wipe my butt, probably.
I mean, to be fair, it would be less awkward for an AI to wipe your ass than it would
Yeah,
be for a human to wipe your ass.
yeah.
Like if you're really old and you're incontinent and like you're in a care home or whatever, and you can't wipe your own ass. Like I would rather have a robot do it
Yeah.
for sure.
But Mads, you have another opinion on that. I know.
Yeah, I think Alexa is a waste of money. It's a waste of time, a waste of effort, and a waste of human ability. I'm a person who's dedicated his life to looking into the past. So,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
like a lot of when I look into the past, what I look at is human accomplishments. So I like it when I see stuff that's human made, human does stuff. I don't like. I have just a little bit of a hard time with that whole. It's a computer or an AI who's just automatically doing this thing.
But dude, the option when you want to listen to music, you need to go into Spotify, then
I don't use
click.
Spotify.
Okay, YouTube Music or something.
I
You
don't
need to
use
go
YouTube
into
Music
Must you even listen to music?
every day. Thank you.
So CDs then?
what is it called? Oh
Well,
fuck.
go into iTunes, pick whatever song I
Oh,
want to
okay.
hear,
Yeah.
or I go
Oh,
to YouTube, search for what I want to hear.
but
So simple.
you need to go to iTunes, click into the. You need to
Oh,
click
the
with.
2 clicks I have to do.
Oh,
The two
and
clicks.
dude,
Oh, I'm
dude,
so sorry.
we just talked about yesterday how moving is is something for the peasants in this world. Moving is it's a.
Yes, but I would rather want a human slave than an AI slave.
Oh! Jesus Christ!
That's horrible.
Oh my God! Yeah, I hate the fish that decided to move on land. Now I need to move and do things and pay taxes. And AIs can remedy some of that pain that brings me. So yeah.
I gotta say, I'm a bit in between you guys when it comes to this.
That's
Like,
fair.
like I like the idea of AIs. I want to see how far it can come, but I don't want it to like get too far. You know, like I don't feel good with the idea of it being nearly human.
Like, personally, I would be alright if we don't take that technology further, actually.
And then there's me. Bring on the bring on the AI revolution.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I'm like on the fact that honestly, you can make the argument that we've already gone too far in terms of technology in certain places.
We haven't.
Never.
We have
Never.
not.
But
We
hey,
haven't.
I'm
We can
also the
bring
one
it
who
so much
sometimes thinks he
further.
was born in the wrong century. So
Ah, yeah, right.
Mads, if what century would you have wanted to be born in?
that's something I will keep to myself. Thank you very much.
Ah,
Is it that bad?
I want to. I
Okay,
don't
okay.
know.
Is the fact that like I'm a much more of a nationalist than the average person. So
You are?
yeah. So
Oh
there
my
are different
god.
times where nationalism was much more of the norm than it is today, where nationalism has actually become a negative term.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I feel more at home with some of the ideas from earlier on, where nationalism was much more the norm. In Europe, in any
We,
case.
I'm sorry, but we have gone so off track right
You
now.
asked, I answered.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I'm not the one there who asked. But yeah,
Yes, yeah.
What would be the first thing I would incorporate? It would probably be an Alexa. That's my answer.
The
Yeah, I
first
think
thing I
Alexa
would,
should go out of business.
yeah, I think, I don't know. Oh, it's so difficult.
A Roomba, AI Roomba.
Yeah, I think maybe things to clean, but
Yeah.
like clean more than just a Roomba. I don't think a Roomba cleans enough.
Mhm.
Like I want something that dust off the surface, so I don't
Oh,
have to do that because I hate dusting off.
hmm, fine. I understand. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah. And you don't want anything.
But me,
Rest. No.
don't want a phone, don't want a computer,
like I'll
just
take
want
the
pen and
like whatever
paper.
becomes the norm. I'll probably take that, but
Ah.
like it doesn't have to be super advanced for me. I wouldn't mind like what those automatic cleaning
Yeah.
vacuum cleaners, for example. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to that toilet in front of the train station in Aarhus?
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Toilet that cleans itself.
Oh, it's so
Hmm,
good.
cool.
Like when you get out of it, it just like cleans the floor and the toilet and everything. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's so good. The future is so bright.
Yeah.
Oh, can't wait.
But you can only be in there for 15 minutes and then the door opens. Because it's a
Fuck.
free toilet, so it's to make sure people don't fall asleep in there.
Yeah,
But it's
who
just
takes
like what if you suddenly get diarrhea and it's the closest toilet, but it
you,
takes more than 15 minutes and the door opens and everyone can just see you there? Like that
you
would be
just
horrible.
you just look at them while you press.
Now you guys are the one to have
Make
come
eye contact.
like out of the subject.
Oh yeah, we need to get fucking
Back
back
on
on track.
track.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I think we've taken this one as far as we can.
Uh,
Should we move
yeah,
on?
yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay. So now, so now we're going to spin the wheel of fate. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, close.
All right, it's mine. And the next anime that we will talk about is drumroll, please. Amazing. Teasing Master Takagi-san.
Fuck! I spilled my water. No.
Leasing master.
What?
Teasing Master Takagi-san.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah, you
And
actually
it's on
know.
Netflix. Yeah, I know that.
Don't watch it
cute.
on Netflix. Netflix only has the second season.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
fuck.
Yeah, we'll watch
Okay.
the first season. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Oh fuck! I need to go. I fucking spilled my water. No.
okay, Bloody's out. But
See if I had a AI, this would not have happened.
yeah, and AIs would take one look at you and think we need to take over. He's too dependent on us.
Like a
Let's-
small
let's-
child.
Yes.
Let's hurry up and wrap this up.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. And remember to like and subscribe and comment and bye bye. Hey.
Bye.